I don't have that experience in many fields.
Jack of all trades, but master of none.
Jack of all trades, master of none. Bro, putting my son to sleep, I just crossed my mind. I have this notebook where I do this story time for him, and mostly it's just me improvising the story, or there is another one that shows animal. So I have to tell him the name of the animal, and I have to make a sound. So he loves monkey. I tell him like monkey, but definitely I talk to him in Arabic, and I do this. He waits. Like once he sees monkey, he looks at me. Like he wants me to do the monkey sound. But thinking about it, for example, the animals that I struggle with,
Yeah.
crocodile. What sound does it make? That's the sound I use for lion.
A lion doesn't do that.
That's exactly the sound that I make for bear.
For what?
Bear.
I've never. What sound does a bear make?
So, you see? Okay, like, for example, crocodile. What worse? Rabbit.
A horse?
Yeah, that. Like a rabbit. What sound should I make for a rabbit? Mouse. You see? These kind of animals, like, what sound do they make? And like, he waits for me.
Yeah.
Like, he needs a sound.
Just
So-
check online, bro. Let's check. Okay, just.
But
Just
I mean,
for a
you know,
second.
I tried to check online,
Yeah.
and I started with turtle,
Yeah.
and I wish I didn't check.
Why?
So check what kind of sound does a turtle make. It makes only one sound, and it does it while mating, and that's an awful sound to do. What sound is that?
It's a bear.
See, that's the bear.
Do you have bears in your country?
What do you have?
Us?
Yeah.
We have the animal kingdom.
Glow.
We have all the animals. Did you watch Lion King yet?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I
The
grew up-
latest one.
No, not yet.
The one before?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. That's
What is the most famous animal in your country, other than elephant?
it's an elephant, bro.
Yeah.
It's a ndlovu. Can you say ndlovu?
Clovo.
Ndlovu. Ndlo.
That's his last name.
That's my surname. It means elephant. Yeah. The mighty elephant.
When he walks in the room, what is the saying?
What?
Like an elephant walking in the room, everyone notices it, or something like this.
Yeah, something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know. But all
By
I
the way,
know-
the sudden change in the topic. Iced coffee season is open for me.
I'm drinking hibiscus.
Hibiscus tea.
Zobo.
Is that in your language?
No, Nigerians call it zobo.
Zobo.
Yeah, so, yeah. It's nice. I like it. What are you having, sir?
Moroccan tea. I answered on your behalf since I got you
It's
this.
spearmint.
Yeah.
Yeah. They say in Morocco they make one of the best teas.
And they make one of the best two more things. I'm gonna say one of them, magic, voodoo.
Voodoo.
Yeah, they
In
make
Morocco?
oof, bro, professionals.
Really?
Yeah. Like if you go to like a Moroccan magician, you know this shit is getting real, honestly. And another thing which is stereotyping. Let me call them flowers,
Okay.
feminine flowers, aka bitches.
You should cut this one out, man.
Why? Anyway, how are you doing today, Mister?
I don't know. I feel tired. I feel drained. You know, it feels like tomorrow is a Monday.
That is.
Yeah. So the thought of it just makes me even more tired. You know?
There is something they call Sunday syndrome,
Okay.
where people do not enjoy Sunday just because of the thought that tomorrow is Monday?
No, normally I enjoy Saturdays and Sundays, but for some reason I'm just feeling so drained and stuff.
Which
you
is
know?
why, statistically speaking, or in countries where they have Saturday, Sunday as holiday, as like a weekend, Saturday is the day that they enjoy the most, not Sunday.
Sunday is a resting day. Sunday is time to go to church and pray.
It is cleaning day. I fucking
see.
hate cleaning.
And pray.
What do you pray for the most?
What I pray for the most?
Yeah. Aside from heaven and money,
No, I don't pray for that.
why? Do you have like a guarantee that you're gonna go to heaven?
What I'm on the path on going to heaven.
Tell me, how do I do that?
You just stay away from Abdulrahman Bey.
stay away from stuff like this. Let me just adjust the cable. Yep.
So how's your fasting going?
It's going.
It's going?
It's going. It's
That's
going
good.
really tough
That's good.
because some people cheat. Unfortunately, I don't have the chance
But
to
this
cheat.
is a conversation that I've always heard with you, you know.
Like some people cheat because if you spend half of your day sleeping, then what's the point of fasting? I mean, the point of fasting is, look, scientifically speaking, your body needs to feel the hunger.
Yeah.
That's how your let's say, your body needs energy,
Yeah.
and when you don't have enough food to fuel and
it,
to
yeah.
give that energy, your body switches to autopilot. Like, okay, let me get something, let me absorb something. So it goes to like fat and whatever stored in there. And there is a Japanese doctor. He found out that fasting helps with cancer. And when I did like even
Further
research,
you dived into the rabbit hole.
Arabian countries, they have the lowest, or Islamic countries, they have the lowest rate of cancer
Okay.
due to fasting. So when you're sleeping, you don't go through the stuff like this. You're sleeping, you're resting, you're not consuming any energy, you're not doing anything. As far as I know, some people, they say you burn fat the most while sleeping. I'm not really sure how that works.
It depends on how your body works.
The metabolism.
Because metabolism as well, because sometimes you see your side pains, it's where your body stores fat.
Yes.
So I've been experimenting myself about losing weight. I used to have a beer belly.
But you know that there is no way to lose.
There is no one way.
There is no way to lose weight from specific place.
Yes,
some
yes,
people
yes,
they have
yes,
like
I know.
have fat in the abdominal.
I'm not talking about that. I'm trying to explain a different point. So I paid for this program. Maybe you've seen it on YouTube. It's called
Freeletics or whatever.
Vishred or something like that on YouTube. This guy like
The guy,
chemo,
you know that the guy has lawsuits and he's scammer.
That guy?
The one who's like what do they call it?
Bro, in America you can have lawsuit for going into your toilet.
Yeah. But what do they call it? The marketing face of V-Shred.
Okay.
I don't even remember what the guy's name, but he's good looking guy. He's a scammer because V-Shred application, there are professional behind it.
Okay.
But he's just full of crap. He doesn't know what he's talking about in his YouTube videos, but he's there just for the name. He doesn't even
You know how last time I'd want to call out names? Someone had this medicine that can make you feel different and all this.
Clean slate. Clean slate.
You see? So, back to what I was trying to, before we veered away from what I was trying to explain. There's there's a program that really helped me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, this time I'm going to try it. And it went on for like 2 weeks.
Right.
No sugar, no salt, no these what you call it? Pastries, doughy stuff. And you eat by 1 o'clock. Like I used to tell you, remember?
Intermittent fasting?
Yeah. Like I used to tell you, I start eating from 1.
Yeah.
And the last time I eat is 6 o'clock in the evening, So what happens is my body, that's how it worked out for me because I saw also, So in the morning when I wake up, I'm hungry because I didn't eat late. So I'm automatically hungry in the morning, and I start burning. Like I get into fat burning mode in a way, and all my tummy and my side things just started disappearing. I'm like, oh, okay. In a space of 2 weeks, I think I lost 8 kilograms or something like that. So yeah, it worked for me. I don't know if it's gonna work for other people as well. Then I started doing home workouts, just a few press-ups, sit-ups, and all this. Preparing myself to go to the gym.
Here's the thing. Bring a Caucasian person, let them do 20 different kind of pull-up, set-up, whatever, push-up, and bring an African. Just move, bro. Africans tend to build muscle, lose fat much faster than Caucasians.
Really?
Genetics. Yeah, bro. 100%.
Okay.
Like, look at the Africans in the gym. Shredded. Without, like, pushing it that hard. You're blessed. I mean, you don't have skin cancer. Forget about skin cancer.
No, people are dying of cancer now.
But not skin cancer.
In Africa. Yeah, maybe I don't know.
Because
I
of
haven't
the
checked the
melanin.
stats as well.
Yeah, like the melanin rates in the skin. There's no way you might have skin cancer.
Mr. Batier is looking sleepy today.
Today is, what's a special day for you?
Today it was his son's birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
You
I
should-
think
you
you
should bring
should
him
sing. You should sing for him. He's gonna watch the episode.
Happy birthday to you.
Don't sing your monkey. Don't sing your monkey songs. You bought a monkey for Sammy, small
Yeah.
monkey.
Yeah.
I want to steal the monkey.
Why? You feel the relation?
Why would you buy him a monkey of all things?
I like monkeys. I mean, I just sometimes when my son is acting up, I tell him like, slow down.
I remember this other time we were having breakfast. Okay, there's a place called Zambezi Lodges. Like there's a river in Zimbabwe. It's a holiday place, like a safari.
Yeah.
So you live where the animals are.
Cool.
So my dad used to take us there for Christmas holiday and stuff. So in the mornings we'll make our breakfast. So when we were making our breakfast, we left the door open and we left the window open. Bro, the monkeys came, they attacked us. Everyone ran away. They took all the food, they took all the fruits.
Are they
man.
aggressive?
Huh?
Are they aggressive?
Yes, bro. If they want food, they'll clap you, they'll bite you. And the boring thing about a monkey is you can't outrun it, you can't climb, you can't go anywhere. So you just have to try and escape, bro. They fucking colonized the whole table. They ate all the food. They even started pulling oranges outside the house. You know the sack of
Stash it.
oranges. They were like running everywhere with it, man.
Here's the thing about animals. For example, if you notice here, especially Arabian girls are way too afraid of cats and dogs and stuff like this.
Don't you guys have animals in?
We do, but the animals in the Arabian country,
They're aggressive because
they are aggressive because people are
abuse
torturing
it.
them.
Exactly, bro.
You see, like people are torturing them. So now the animal's first instinct
Is
that
to
I'm gonna be
attack.
attacked, so let me attack first.
Let me counter attack.
You see? So when they come to here, where we are right now, animals are super friendly. You know, you can go and
like,
pet any dog, cat, whatever
There's
you
many
see in the
cats,
street.
like street cats, street dogs on
Yeah.
the island.
So
I've always wanted to bring a baboon somehow.
baboon of all the monkeys.
And leave it to roam the whole island. Bro, do you know its clap can kill you?
Yes.
Bro, its hand is big like this and it has nails.
Bro, I watched a video of gorillas beating the shit out of another monkey.
Yes, you showed me the
I showed you
video.
Bro, I felt bad for the monkey. I mean, this is circle of life. This is the animal world. He was grabbing the monkey, but yeah, I swear, from his leg, taking him up, slamming him to the ground. He smashed him. I'm like, and like the gorilla was having fun. It was like clear. He was just doing it for fun. It's not like he was protecting himself. No. He just smashed the monkey and then he grabbed him and he started breaking his hand. Broke his hand, broke his arm, I was like, the fuck is that? And you'll find some white woman in the back of the camera. Save him! Save him!
Have you ever encountered any
Where is
animal
the
attack?
zookeeper?
Have you ever been attacked by any animal? A snake or anything? Or anything? You've never seen a snake?
No.
What about you? Have you been attacked by any animal? Not
Dogs.
Not cat. No.
Not a dog and a cat?
No.
I mean, we don't have animals.
There's another time I was
attacked by the neighbor's kids. They were animals.
What? Mouse. Have you seen the video of a guy in the bathroom
with a cat?
With a cat.
The cat is like,
Anyways, I would like to welcome everyone onto this Yapping topic. I guess you guys are wondering what we're talking about today. Today is just
yapping.
Yapping, you know.
You know, there is nothing wrong with that.
One more experience. One more experience.
That's exactly what politicians do.
So there were
Every day, all day.
There were two villas. Okay.
Yeah.
We went with our family friends. So me and my friend, like about the same age, we used to go to the same school. The families would make food in one villa, and then in the evening, the other family goes to their place. So there was this river. It's called Zambezi River again. We wanted to cross over and go to where everyone was. Before I get to the story, which animals kills the most human beings? Or which animals is the most aggressive? Take a guess.
Something that I wouldn't guess.
If you guess this, I'll buy you a cake.
Donkeys. Cows, donkeys.
Bro, you've lost it, bro.
I lost it.
You don't know?
Just throw anything.
Anything. Which is the most dangerous animal to human beings? Which attacks, like, when it sees a human being, it just wants to attack. No. Dogs are, what do they call friends? Men's best friend.
Yeah.
No, but it's a fucking hippopotamus, bro. I like how they do the marketing for hippo.
Yes.
But that thing is a devil, bro. I
Bro,
swear.
it's
that
huge.
thing, bro, it can run faster than a human
And
being.
how many tons does it weigh?
You see? More than a ton. So, back to my story. There's like a river here. And then...
Yeah, you grow up in the jungle. I mean, I thought me growing up in the desert is a bad thing.
No, there's places where you can go, like on holiday with families. This is where we used to go to. So the hippo was eating grass now, you see. So we could just I'm like, bro, can you see that hippo? So we wanted to cross, bro. The thing came running very fast, bro. A hippo runs faster than a human being. So by the time it almost got to us, we ran the opposite direction. So it's gonna pass and go and turn that side, you know. And then we escaped and went to the family. When I told our parents, they were freaking out. Oh, what are you guys doing out at night? This, and that, you know.
It could have killed you, right?
Bro, it will kill you. Thank God we're not in water, because it's more aggressive when it's in water, bro. I remember it was chasing this other boat. I saw a video of it chasing a boat, bro. It just came from nowhere and it tried to bite. And I wonder why people like Pablo Escobar would import such a dangerous animal.
Dangerous person, dangerous animal.
You know, there's a population now of hippos in Colombia, outside Africa, because of Pablo. Those are his hippos.
Pet animals.
No, they were left out, so they started breeding by themselves. And now they're good.
There was one island to get rid of certain animal. I think it was like mice or something. they brought rabbits. I don't know what animals they brought.
Yeah.
So they brought a different breed of animal or different animal category, and then they fucked up the ecosystem of the whole island. That animal was not supposed to be there, and they brought him, and they started breeding really much faster, eating much
The
faster.
ones that were there, the original ones.
You see?
I wonder which story that was. I think I've heard something like that as well.
So I've been thinking about something kind of weird. Today is Sunday, and you were saying today was, what do you call it?
Day to go to church.
Yeah, no, you had this like no motivation or whatever.
Yeah.
Today for me it was full of thoughts.
Okay.
I don't know why. There was one thing that kept popping up.
Yeah.
A voice inside my head was telling me, you should pay Ives a certain fee. And I'm like, I was talking to myself like, why the fuck would I pay Ives a certain fee? They're like, bro, consulting. You see?
Okay.
So, thank you for all the help, Mr. Consultant Ives.
Consultant. Am I a good consultant?
Yes? You're never by my side.
That's the whole point.
Thank you. Honestly, never by my side. I come to Ives. Real friend. Yeah, like never by my side. I come to him and I open up and I tell him like, bro, I'm thinking about this and this and this, or blah, blah, blah. What do you think? He's like, no, bro, you're wrong. You should have done. I'm like, why you never tell me, you're right? Why you never like,
That's
sympathy, my friend, sympathy.
That's the other thing. The other time I was talking to my colleagues, okay? They are like, Ives, I do this, I do that, I do this, but you don't seem to see, like, to say or to praise and say, okay, well done for doing this, okay? So I'm like, don't get offended or don't misunderstand me. This is how I do. When I see you do something, I'm happy that you are improving yourself, number one. Number two, there's one football player, Balotelli, maybe you know him. Mm-hmm. He scored a goal and he didn't celebrate. And then they asked him, why didn't you celebrate the goal? And then he's like, when the postman delivers a letter, does he celebrate? He's like, that's my job. I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
So I always tell the guys, like, when you do something nice or something extra, don't expect me to clap for you, you know? But the day, my job is to look for problems and solve them. That's my job. Mm-hmm. So the moment you make a mistake or the moment you do something wrong, I'm going to point it out because that's my job. Like, it's demotivating or something. I'm like, at least you know what I'm looking for now. So every time you have to try and to do the best, because every time it's just like being like, people always strive to be good people, for example, yes?
No, not me.
Okay. In general, people strive to be to portray themselves as good people.
Yes.
But that one mistake that you make, it can pay. It's like a stain.
We have a saying in Arabic. If I can translate it, it says.
Say it in Arabic.
غلطة الشاطر بيعرف, which means the mistake of. Let me just get you the idea. A mistake of a professional cost 1,000 mistake. So if you're like professional and good in what you're doing, and you make one specific mistake, it costs 1,000 mistakes of other people.
Yeah,
you're
that's
not
true.
supposed to
Makes
do this
sense.
mistake.
Yeah, it's not supposed to make a mistake. Yeah, because people always say that, it's my first time like this. I'm like, bro, there should never be a first time. You shouldn't be making mistakes in what you do. You have to be good in what you do. Of course, there are some accidents, you know, and there's like things where out of your control. In that case, then, you know.
You said in what you do and what you do. You know, another thing that I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
On the long run, I might start this. It might sound cocky.
Yeah.
Or like showing off, but let me give myself kind of a little bit confidence.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing this. You want to start a business? I'm there to help you establish that business. That's it. My job is to help people do
That,
their
my
business.
friend, is called being a consultant. There's people who do that. People who study actuarial sciences.
Yeah.
You see, most of them. I've got friends also who studied actuarial sciences. You know, it's like they've got knowledge about the. For example, you wanna start a coffee shop. The guy knows like every single thing. You know, it's not about the coffee flavor. The guy knows exactly where to hit. Reminds me again.
Or if you don't know, or if he doesn't know exactly what to do, he knows how to get there. For example, that person might not know much about coffee, but he will know someone who knows much about coffee and makes the connection.
They don't. What I've noticed about these consultant people, they don't specialize in a specific thing.
Know something about everything.
They just look at figures. They look at numbers.
Yeah.
According to that, they make decisions. According to that, that's how they guide you. You know. There's another story again. This is a funny story. There was a truck, diesel truck. Okay. There's a certain company that brought this truck, and it had a problem. They brought the specialist. They flew someone from abroad. They brought him and like, can you check all this? People that went to school, people that did engineering, many people went to go see the truck. The truck just wouldn't start. Then there was an old guy who's been working on diesel engines for a long time. No school, nothing, but with experience, you know. So they called this guy. They're like, we know one grandfather, one old man in the village. He always fixes trucks and stuff, you know. Can you bring him? Maybe he might have an idea why the truck is not starting. They went, picked up the man, brought him. The guy... Sorry, guys. Put it on silent. Bless you.
Thank you.
The went, picked up the guy. They took him to the truck. Okay. He go to the truck. He looked at the truck. He's like, okay. He's like, give me one metal. They gave him one metal. He went to the engine or whatever. He just knocked it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. The thing roared to life. People like, man, how did you know? Like this. They asked the guy, you didn't do anything. And then he charged them. For example, let's say he charged them a crazy amount of money.
Experience.
And the guy is like, they're like, but you didn't do anything. You just came and knocked the truck. He's like, you guys are not paying me for repairing. You are paying me for my experience.
Exactly.
You see? Yeah, so yeah, that's a story that I thought I should share with you guys, you know.
Yeah. And again, let me go back to the confidence. I don't have that experience in many fields, but I feel confident enough to...
Jack of all trades, but master of none.
Jack of all trades, master of none. Yes, like honestly. Because, for example, the things that you and I, we did, whether it is coffee shop, whether it is real estate, whether it is other side hustles. Speaking of side hustles, click here and you will see the weirdest side hustles we've heard of. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I know at least from where to start. Get you up running and then see ya. If you can keep it up, you can. If you don't, then I'm sorry. I'm not
just like how we are not masters of podcasts, but you know, we are getting some. The most important thing normally that I always say to people is try and to improve. You know, try and make it better, because there are certain people like myself before. I would reach a level and like, wow, this is the best level. Or for example, maybe it's like, I'm at the top now, nothing can beat this. And then when you look outside, like, no, bro, you just entered, you know. Just like when you're in high school, like primary school, when you get to the end of high school, you're like, we're the biggest now. When you go to high school, you're now the small fish again, you know. People are like, hey, bro, what the fuck? You know. So you are always a small fish to someone in this world, you know. There is no big fish. There is no... Okay, there is, but every time you always have to start somewhere. There are whales. There are whales that eat whales.
For example, I sometimes look at the people around me in here, let me consider them whales according to the standard in here.
No,
Take
according
them
to their environment in
their
here.
environment.
Yeah.
Take them, put them in Saudi, in Emirates. Absolutely nothing.
Or the real world, to say. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like a bigger picture, you know?
Bigger picture, not in this village.
It's like taking a lion to where there is a, because in my own opinion I think a tiger is bigger than a lion and much stronger.
Speaking of which, would you live like a lion for a year or live
But yeah, would you live like a lion for 1 year?
Would you live like a lion for 1 year?
Or for 100 years like a sheep?
It needs some thinking.
No, it doesn't. Just say whatever you want to say. You want to be a sheep?
No.
A lion?
Yes.
For 1 year?
Just 1 year.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You said to be a sheep, my friend.
No, look,
Yeah,
I said,
you'd be a sheep.
life of the sheep is not that bad.
No,
What does it mean? You know what? I'm gonna quote one of the series. Why would I be anything else? I am happy with how I am. I'm a human. I'm just a human. I'm just a baby.
What's the point?
I don't know. Last episode, he just out of the blue, like he was like, "I have a question for you," and he threw that question out of nowhere.
We're talking about comfort, I think.
Yeah, we're talking like about
Watch the comfort episode as well.
There,
Where?
here.
Where is it? It's there?
There.
Okay, cool.
You know the joke where two guys went to watch a football match at the stadium, and one was watching, one was just looking like this.
Yeah.
And then his friend's like, "What's going on? What are you doing?" He was like, "I'm looking for this live sign. I can't see it." That was a joke. Did you get it?
No, I was on my phone.
See, I was telling Ives earlier, you put me on hold while I'm speaking sometimes. Like yesterday, I came all the way to the coffee shop to take photos and stuff, and like everything was set for me to take a photo. And Ives was just casually walking out of the coffee shop. I was like, "Bro," and it's like, "1 cigarette."
On what?
1 cigarette.
What cigarette?
Yeah, and I'm like, "Bro," like everything's ready. After 10 minutes, I was calling him. I can see him outside. I'm like, "Bro, had to get." So yeah, I mean, you know, the Rock. He's not a role model for me, but let me just quote on his Instagram bio. He said, "I do business." You see,
I did business.
for me, I'm gonna write, "I start business." I just start. You know what you tell me all the time? Your follow-up is really bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's
Like,
agreeing with you on certain
let's
things.
agree to disagree.
Yeah, it's hard. So I just
You
start
see.
business for people and tell them, you can take it over from there.
Okay. So what's your charge? You see, he's advertising his business. So
See?
all those people who start their businesses can
It's,
contact.
for me, percentage.
Percentage.
I always go percentage. I don't like salary. I don't like fixed payments. I always go percentage. Why? It's like
Is
a
it a
win-win.
once-off? Is it a once-off payment? What if there's 0% profit?
That's the thing. This is the also considered as confidence, because you as a business owner, if you're smart enough, you should be aware of this. Charging a percentage, and if it is a little bit higher than average, you should consider like, if it works well, it means I have to pay him well. But the risk-free part, if it doesn't work well, it means I don't have to pay him, you know? So that is where I know that it's gonna work well, because from the beginning, if it's not doable, I'm not in. Yeah, for example, right now, and where we are right now, if you come to me and tell me, help me start a coffee shop, I'll tell you right away, think of something else. No, not a coffee shop. Because enough coffee shops, for God's sake. I mean, how many coffee shops there is in this street?
There's about 5 coffee shops.
Okay.
You see?
5 coffee shops, without saying names, are they working well?
Some are.
Some?
Yeah, some are
Okay.
working well.
Let me be realistic. It depends on your definition of well.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Are they making good money or decent money?
the problem now is in this economy,
Yeah.
the easiest business to enter or the easiest market is a coffee shop, because starting one is not as expensive as other businesses, you know. And most people have the money to start it, but it doesn't mean they know anything about
keep it up.
coffee, you know. That's why it's like money. Every time I always tell you, a money or a car, the easiest thing to do is to buy a car, but maintaining it is really expensive.
Sure.
Also, getting money is the easiest thing you can do, but keeping keeping the money
Or multiplying it.
or multiplying it or making it more is the most difficult thing, you know.
Yeah.
For example, this guy was earning, let's say, $5,000 per month. Okay, he's going to live according to that 5K. He starts getting paid 10K. He's like, now I can afford this. I can afford this.
The higher the income, the higher the outcome.
Exactly. You see? So, back to my point again, if there was a barrier, for example, in some countries, you know, they say in this street, there's only allowed 2 coffee shops, for example, you know, to protect the market, to protect people's businesses, you know. But as you know, I don't want to mention names again, and I don't like to be a snitch. You've seen with cars.
Stitches get stitches.
You've seen with cars.
Yeah.
You know, now the demand
has dropped to
Bro, this is
almost
basic.
zero.
This is basic economies, economics. Too much demand results in what?
Loss of value.
Yes. So, if
Or
the,
too much supply. Bro, watch the episode here because we talked about it last episode. Because look, I need a car, you need a car, Bahtiyar needs a car, our friends need cars. Okay? So we can go to 1 gallery, 2 gallery, 3 galleries. Suddenly there is in every corner 1 gallery. And I'm like, bro, you know what? I'm gonna open a car gallery. I am gonna pick up, let's call it a niche, or like a certain kind of cars. I'm gonna go for German cars. I'm gonna go for luxury cars, or Japanese, electric, whatever. I'll pick up one thing where people be like, okay, I want this type of cars. Abdulrahman has them. Let me go check the options. Let's say whether it is, I'm gonna throw random brands, Mazda, Toyota, whatever. Speaking of Japanese cars, I want to go German. Let me go to Ives. Ives has like Mercedes, BMW, blah blah blah. I want to go for SUVs or like something big cars, electric cars, whatever. I'm gonna go to Bahtiyar. But when I have something of everything, you have something of everything. Bahtiyar has something of everything. All of us have the same kind of cars. Then what are we competing on? Who's gonna drop the price lower? Unless there is some other motives why we opened car galleries, which is what's happening in here. You see, so as I said, and one more thing, I would avoid open any business in here or somewhere else. But let's speak about us right now in here. Let's say students are the biggest target, but they wouldn't be my only target. My target would be students and something else, because students, let's say, they have 2 vacations per year, and one of them is quite long, let's say summer. You know, for example, coffee shops drop dramatically during summer. So what is the thing that might work all the time? I don't have it in my mind right now, never thought of it, but something like this, that would keep going, no matter what the season is, no matter what the time is, no matter who the target is. You see? So sometimes you should just say, nope, I'm not gonna do your thing because your thing is not doable. Sometimes you should have some.
Yok kardeş,
biz de yaparız.
Biz de yaparız.
You see, that's the thing. That's the mentality.
Yeah. Anyways, you guys should look forward to our next episode.
Let me say something about episodes, which it's pissing me off right now. I've been trying to act nice and all, but looks like nice is not working out. I've been checking the stats and clicks and everything. You know that I have this, I can develop a thingy where I know who clicked and who did not. Honestly, the closest people to me are just skipping everything I'm doing. And not like I'm begging or whatever, but it is kind of frustrating or like sad. Let me use the word sad. Look, here's the thing about me, and I'm not rubbing it to anyone's face. One of my students, or let me call them friends, studied dentistry, went back home, started a clinic, and then what is he gonna post on that page that is gonna be any of my interest when it comes to dentistry? Absolutely no jack shit. Do I have any problem with my teeth? Thank God. No. If I have any problem with my teeth, am I gonna go check his page? No, I'll just go to the fucking closest dentist in here that I trust. But yet, I feel like it is my duty as a friend to go and follow that page. And wherever I see something popping up in front of me in my feed, I should like it because I'm helping a friend. How much is it costing me? Absolutely nothing. Time, 0.1 second. Like literally nothing. But I tried my best to like shove it, tell my friends, talk about it, throw subliminal messages to them like, hey, there is a podcast and like we're really working hard and we're doing Batia is dedicating so much time in here. You are, I am. The upgrade we've been doing, like if you watch the first episode and if you watch the latest episode right now, there is a huge upgrade. Are we earning anything from it? Hell no. Batia, for God's sake, is not earning anything from it. Well, I feel bad about it. You see? My point is, look, I don't know if she's going to watch this or not, but let her watch it. Recently, I'm following this girl. She's Iranian on Instagram. I don't know how she popped up. And I noticed that she does she's learning Japanese and she does video editing and whatever. She started posting videos. She didn't record them, but she did the editing. And I sent her some tips of what to do and what not to do. Not like I'm professional, but at least I know something about it. I checked some of the videos she has. Shitty quality, I'm really sorry. No content, I'm really sorry. People are watching it. People are liking it. People are commenting. And there is a genuine support. I respect the support. You know?
You asking for too much.
Our guys, absolutely nothing. Absolutely,
on that heavy note.
It costs you absolutely nothing to support anyone's job.
Yes,
I'm not talking about me. Honestly,
Mr. Batir is going to say something.
Like there is 1,000 people who congratulate you, but few who support you.
Honestly. I don't know, man.
Okay, so on that note, guys, look forward to the upcoming episode. It's gonna be very beneficial for most people, especially with your finances. And I don't want to say much. It's gonna be a surprise for you guys, but we're gonna be having a guest in our next episode, and you will learn a lot from her. I've already sold out her. Her. You see?
Them.
So once again, see you on the next one. Adios.
Shout out to the best 3 guys on my Instagram.
Iba.
Commenting and liking whatever content I